what do you do when you get low on creativity and inspiration for your own photography? Let's discuss. Morning Internet. One of the questions we received last week, actually yesterday, revolved around, well, first of all, the videos for watching and how this gives people inspiration and some creative thoughts, which is awesome. Thank you. But Carol asked, what do we do when we run low on creativity, either for the processing side of your photography or for the photography itself? Because it happens to all of us, those creative ups and downs that we all know. I'm going to ask Marlon and Andrew in the office what they think. I'll be back after this.
I think from my side, obviously there are times when you don't quite feel like it, or you feel a little bit uninspired, or when I get kind of those emotions coming over me, I tend to find a dark place in my house, curl up in a corner and just cry for a long period of time. No, I'm just kidding. No, basically, I think what I often do is I look back at my images. I think I draw a lot of inspiration from what I have done. So you definitely go through periods where you feel, uninspired, or you feel perhaps that, somebody else has done something better than you, or you feel you could do better. And I think if you go back and look at what you have achieved in the past, and for however long you've been a photographer, it's great. You see that you've traveled, you've seen places, you've experienced things, you have special sightings and special memories, and that in itself to me is hugely inspirational. Like you forget sometimes how far you've come, and you end up putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Even as somebody that makes a living out of it, it can easily be the case. And if you just take a minute and step away and realize that there's bigger issues in the world, and that you actually get to see beautiful places and get to spend time with stunning animals, that all gets put back into perspective. I think I also draw inspiration from other photographers. So even just don't let it be a negative thing. Have someone or something to aspire to. There's so much creativity in nature, and there's so much potential and room to grow and things to do. So. I don't think it shouldn't last that long. That's pretty much it.
Sure. Creative lows and lack of inspiration. I think it's something that everyone goes through. Typically, I like to get coffee, and that helps me. No, on a serious note, I think there are a number of ways that you can do it. The one is to kind of browse through coffee table books, magazines, and just look at other images which inspire you, and you may be able to then kind of get an idea of what it is that you would like to create when you're out in the field, especially destination based. If you're looking at going to an area for the very first time and you're looking for some sort of inspiration or an idea of what to expect, looking at what other people have seen and captured in those areas will help you to prepare both from a focal length and just a creative point of view. But the thing with that is that you end up going down the same route as other people, so it's not really your own creative flavor. I think sometimes we get into a space where we've been trying too hard, and we're too focused, and we're too fixed on trying to get something that's great and inspirational and new and unique. And like with everything, when you start to think too much about something, you actually block yourself into a negative space. It's going to sound probably quite contrary to what you would think, but put your camera down. Just enjoy it, just immerse yourself in that experience, and often during that whole process, instead of trying to capture absolutely everything that you're seeing, rather wait for those big moments that jump up and hit you in the face and say, I need to photograph this. So often taking a step back and not trying as hard and letting it come naturally will help you to find a slightly more creative space.
Guys, so there you have it. Go cry in a corner, drink coffee, or put your camera down. I think one of the most important things with a lack of creativity is we need to understand that it's a cycle. It's going to go up and down regardless of who you are. That photographer you think is world class and they never do anything wrong, and they keep on producing wonderful images again and again. Even those people have the up and downs. Now, the best analogy I've read somewhere was, if you look at the ocean from a cliff up top, the waves and the flow doesn't look very big. But if you're floating in the ocean, if you're experiencing it, yes, The ups and downs of those waves feel huge. So if you're at the top of the peak, you're creatively wonderful. You drop down at the bottom, it feels like you'll never get to the top again. So everybody, some people might produce here, others might produce way up there. But the up and down, the creative ebbs and flows are natural. It's a normal part of what we do. I like what Andrew said, put your camera down, step away from it, because we keep on looking at social media channels and see all these wonderful images, and we keep on, and you go into this vicious cycle of everybody else is creating wonderful content, why can't I? What's wrong with me? Am I a failure? I'm never going to create another good image again. It's rubbish, it's all bullshit, forget about it. Put your camera down, go watch a movie, listen to your favorite music, go play with your dog. Take your mind, take your energy away from it, it will come back. It's just how the creative process works. If you have any other questions for us, fire away and we'll answer them for you. And then also the Lightroom and other Friday tip videos will continue. Marlon is actually in the process right now of uploading a Masai Mara video. You've seen the Mana Pools one, I'll link it up here, click. And then go and watch that one, and then make sure to watch out for the Masai Mara video as well. You want creative inspiration? Check that one out. My name is Gerry, this is Wild Eye. We will see you guys next time.